Hello! Welcome to Fun Fact Friday with Kenzie King. Coming at you from Idaho today. Coming at you. Right here. Right here in Idaho. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Right there in Idaho. I'm practically in Utah. So even still, sometimes I tell people I'm from Utah because that's where I grew up. Anyway, that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to talk to you about assuming things. We all know that can get us in a world of trouble. Hi, Jenna and Christy. Christy, congratulations. I just learned that she went silver in the business, which is super exciting. That means she's helped 6 people start their very own home-based travel business. That's awesome. That's very impressive. Way to go, Christy. I'm excited for you. Okay, so you know what they say about assuming things. I'm not going to spell it out, but I think we all know. So my aunt gave me a bunch of these caps that have different quotes and thoughts and things like that in it. Real facts is what it's called. So this real fact from the Snapple bottle is real fact number 1334. Now sadly I don't have all of those facts, but I do have a good collection of them. So think of this when it comes to assumptions, okay? Hi Kim and Becky. Now, nowhere in the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme does it ever say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg. So why, all this time growing up, teaching kids this song, hi Marianne, why do we always portray Humpty Dumpty as an egg? Someone's got to tell me this. There's no answer. It just says that. Why did we always assume he was an egg? Just because he fell and broke. A lot of things can fall and break. A teacup, a tea kettle, you know, lots of things. A squash, for crying out loud. If you're gonna make it a food product, it could be a squash just as well. Pumpkins, they break when you drop them. So this is an interesting thought because I was thinking about my parents. They took a cruise, okay? And on the way home, we assumed that their flights would go to plan and they would get home at the time they thought they would. We assumed that, and we were incredibly wrong. So they got laid over in Dallas with all the storms and stuff going on there. This was on the way home from their cruise. Thankfully, it wasn't going to their cruise. So on the way home, they're stuck in Dallas. So their flight is straight up canceled. Well, first of all, they got to the airport like 9 a.m. or something. And not until about midnight did we finally get them into a hotel, you know, after the flights were canceled, rebooked, rebooked kind of thing. So they had assumed they'd be home Saturday evening. Well, with the rebooking and all that kind of stuff, they didn't make it home until Tuesday afternoon. So we can never assume that things are just going to be, you know, exactly how we plan. And you know what? That's okay. As long as we're not expecting it. Because my parents were awesome about it. Of course, they wanted to be home, but they knew that it was just kind of out of everyone's control and they just had to wait for the next flight available. But we need to be prepared for these things, you know. Marianne and I we missed our flight once, and we watched our suitcase load up into the airplane as we're standing there in the airport, but the doors had closed and we missed our chance to hop on that plane. So our luggage made it to our destination, but we didn't. So we had assumed we were going to make it, so we put all of our stuff in that suitcase. She let me put some of mine in there because I only had a carry-on and I had acquired more while on the vacation. So anyway, we assumed that suitcase would show up same time we did. Well, it didn't, and then we ended up having to stay an extra 2 days in Atlanta. And on our way home, we had an 8-hour layover through the middle of the night at the Denver airport. So we slept on the floor at the Denver airport. And, you know, I'm sure Marianne was wishing that she had her pajamas or her pillow or blankie or something while they're at the airport. So that's just a lesson. Don't, you know, just be prepared. And that's what they say with the Boy Scouts, right? How do they do it? Be prepared or something like that. So yeah, it was a great sleepover, Marianne. It was one of those kinds like where you're kids and you don't get any sleep. That was pretty much how it was, but we weren't kids and we wanted to sleep. But it's a good story now. But anyway, with this Humpty Dumpty, if anyone can find some reason why we call Humpty Dumpty an egg, I would seriously love to hear about that. My sister has her own preschool, and I bet she teaches that Humpty Dumpty song with it being an egg. So I'm gonna have to see if she knows too. She might. She's very clever, very smart. But you know, this weekend's coming up. The weather is getting beautiful where we are, so it's very exciting. So hopefully you guys are going out to do something fun this weekend and enjoying your time in this I love springtime. It's my favorite by far. But if you guys want to know, because I'm telling you, I'm going to research this thing from the Humpty Dumpty situation. I'm going to get back with you. So anyone who wants to know, just send me a message and I'll tell you exactly the Humpty Dumpty origins. Because that's interesting, right? I never thought about it until I read it on that cap. So thanks for joining me for Fun Fact Friday, a little bit of story time, and we'll be seeing you guys next week. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have fun with your travels. Hopefully you're doing them.